Hello, I'm Leanna, and this is American Curiosity. Today we dive deep into the idea of body transference phenomenon. Can the soul survive in a different body? Does it exist to begin with? Why does the body change shape? This will be explored with an individual who has had it. His name is Lyle Smalss. He'll be presenting his book, as well as the theories behind it. Is he a spy? We'll find out, because I'm curious. And to think that nature is only confined to nature itself. And that's the interesting thing, and the problem that most of us face when dealing with that is at what point are we now thinking that we are part of nature? Are we
that's
always?
what I was thinking, yeah.
Are we always?
Yeah.
Now, Lyle, as a 30-some-odd man with a 6-year-old soul, talk to us about that. I understand that our viewers are curious about your condition.
Yeah. Years ago, 2 years ago now, I was a 4-year-old boy. I was at a carnival, and I basically experienced like a big situation. That's what it was. As I changed bodies, and now I'm in this 30-something-year-old body, but I am 6 years old.
Amazing. It blows my mind how often science fiction becomes science fact. And when we look at film as a conduit for information and as an opportunity to circumvent the misinformation that we're normally given from the government, as well as traditional institutions of education, it offers us a glimpse into the reality of nature.
Yep.
So Lyle, 2 years in a different body.
I've adjusted. I'm this guy now. It's not easy. I just want to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I fight that urge now. I don't play ever. I see toys, and my urge is to maybe have them fight, but instead I just shake my head.
Mm. But the theory is sound. Just in the same way as gravity is a theory, we can understand that B.T.P. is a theory, but in action.
But it's real. It is real.
It is real. It's real.
I believed in things like gravity, but now I'm less sure.
Interesting.
As you say gravity now, I go,
Interesting. A symptom of B.T.P.
possibly.
Yeah. So theories are transmuted differently body to body. And that explains a lot. Because the 6-year-old actual self of you, in your purest form, understood these things more than anything other than just fact, because they are. The theory is fact. And now that you're transferred to this 30-year-old body, what happens? He's not sure. Now that's interesting because I know so many individuals who challenge American curiosity entities we present here, and most of them are probably 30s plus. Very rarely are they 6-year-old. And if we were presenting these ideas to 6 years old, I can only assume that they would ingest it in a way that
They would love it.
they would love it.
I've written all about it. I have a blog. It's all on there.
Now this article here, that's something that's been getting a lot of hits.
Yeah.
As they say.
That one I didn't write though.
Oh, interesting.
No, yeah, that was just on there.
Oh.
I think it got hacked.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because then there are all these other pop-up things. But I was getting a lot of clicks.
Interesting. So your blog has been hacked by the CIA, is what you're saying.
Somebody did it.
And they're trying to discredit him by uploading a personal blog that seemed to be getting more hits than what you had actually wrote.
Yeah.
That's upsetting. That they would try to take his work away from him. And now this discreditation has happened throughout everyone I know in the cryptozoologist world.
After my body change, I started doing some research, and what I learned is how much stuff they don't tell us.
Exactly. And so, that's amazing.
Yeah.
For such a young mind to already grasp that. And that's proof in the pudding that there are people who already know the truth. So when you're told at a very young age that you don't know, who's telling you that? Someone who doesn't know. So why can I trust their no if you know?
That kind of brings me to something I am excited to talk about, which is that I'm not allowed in schools. Because of how I look, I'm discriminated against.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's something I'm trying to deal with, wrap my mind around. I was all excited to go to school, but now I don't do that.
Now your foundation, B.T.P, Body Transference Phenomenon,
Yeah.
is raising money and awareness for the condition For individuals who are 6 years old.
And there are a lot of us. A lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
We have meetings all the time, and it's full to the brim. Sometimes as many as 200 people in a little room.
Aren't you concerned at any point that there could be some spies within the mix?
Of course. Of course. I'm always worried about spies. Yeah, so we worry about it, but with 200 people, and it gets very hot in that room, that to me, if you stay for a whole meeting, because they go until everyone has spoken, if you stay for a whole meeting, even if you come in as a spy, you leave as, you probably change bodies with someone in there.
Interesting. That is interesting. So the collective energy of people with B.T.P. can actually induce B.T.P. in an individual who hasn't had it. Now, if we understand that B.T.P. is more than a theory, it's real, that we can understand that we as a collective have the opportunity to change the narrative of what that is. I also have a question because from our time together as well with individuals that I had met at the B.T.P. forum and exercise group, I knew that there was something happening because
You felt the transference?
Well, I felt the energy pool for myself to be a part
It happens
of.
all the time. Everyone's always talking about that.
I'm very sensitive. And I have been a practitioner of astral projection for about 16 years under Kathy McGinn. And she has taught many people. She has seminars. You can check them all out on American Curiosity's website. And you can download all of the sets, each one including a 4-part keychain. Connected together will allow access to the third eye. Now, Lyle, I know that my astral projection being is weaker than Kathy's because it's something that I haven't practiced enough. Right? I wasn't born with the ability. I had to foster it because it's in my soul's mind. But understanding that I have that power and that that bridge connects to me, would it be possible for me to help yourself or these other individuals, if it was stronger, to return to their original bodies?
I don't know. A lot of us are all talking about going back to our original bodies and how it used to be. And then some of us are also just like, we're just going to stay this way now. And we just want to do that. But I would love to go back to being just a regular 6-year-old kid.
Your new book is out. B.T.P. and Me. The Journey... Sorry. B.T.P. and Me.
There are several drawings in there that I worked on for days. Some of them. There's also my story, what happens when your soul goes into the body of another person. And there's also, I just wrote some jokes.
I love that. And I love that about you, Lyle, because so many people approach this with so much rigidity that there's not an opportunity for the individuals to have fun with this information. I think learning new things is fun, right? Sometimes it can be scary because the information is terrifying, knowing that what we are and that we do come from giants, and that the idea that the Star King will once again reign supreme, but there still can be humor within everything we do. Because if I have a limited amount of eons on this plane, then I'm going to live it to the fullest. So bringing humor into an issue like B.T.P., which is severe and serious.
It's really serious.
How do we know, and I ask this question with the utmost respect, that the program you've set out isn't a government program being used to flush out individuals with B.T.P. To wipe out the gene structure so it can't be transferred human to human, because the government has a secret facility harvesting that gene themselves in order to plant spies across the world through their projection.
I guess we don't know.
We don't know. And now, is that something your program is working on to dismantle?
No, I don't know how. We don't know how to do that.
The idea of an old soul has been around for a long time. But how can a soul be aged if there's no body to age it in? The theory of these things exists only in the mind. So believing that we are old or believing that we are young is an opportunity for the individual to experience life at different times.
Well, yeah, but it's not just believing, it's real.
Exactly. And so knowing that as the fact of the matter changes the age completely. I myself understand that I am a young soul in an old soul's body.
How old are you?
There are not enough times that I had to answer that and still been met with a rebuff of I can't believe that. Now, if we understand that time moves in a way that we can't catch, and light moves faster than time, then isn't it possible that the light that we see is timeless? And if that's the case, then I can be as well, because I can see the time. Lyle, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on to our show. Please check out Lyle's book, B.T.P. and Me. You can find that on our website as well. It's free to download with a $20